Hi movers, today we are breaking down frog pose or Mandukasana. This is a pretty deep hip opening and groin opening stretch. So I highly recommend, especially if you are brand new to this pose, that you grab 2 blocks for perhaps underneath the knees or the forearms, maybe cushions, maybe a bolster, basically anything that you need that just helps you feel supported. And then meet me in tabletop position. So just come onto the hands and the knees here. And if you're wondering why my cat is wearing a Christmas sweater, it's simply because she got bitten and we're trying to avoid her from licking, so I'm not torturing her on purpose. Anyways, so come here into tabletop position. I want you to take the knees wide, okay, basically as wide as you can. And then this is where you can grab your bolster or pillow, maybe place it underneath your pelvis for support. You can take 2 pillows, or you can roll the mat like I am going to do here. Sorry, Kimchi, excuse me. So roll it under so you have some cushioning and support for the knees. And then take the knees wide. So as you can see and probably feel, without cushioning, this can be quite intense for the inner knee. And then I want you to flex the feet so that we align the ankle with the knee. So hence the name frog pose. You kind of look like a little froggy here. And then you can adjust. So at this point for me, I think I can take the knees a little bit wider, so I'm just going to unroll the mat a little bit more. Take my knees wide. Okay. Then once you find your stretch, you find your frog pose, I want you to begin to draw the belly in. So draw the belly in and up towards the spine. Double check that your hips are pretty much in line with the knees. We don't want to be too far back or too far forward. And then perhaps coming down onto the forearms, or if you have 2 blocks, this is the point where you can use those underneath the forearms here. And go ahead and just close your eyes and find your breath. Really breathe through resistance. Any tension that you're feeling in the hips and the groin right now, just allow yourself to feel those sensations. Keep the belly drawing in so we just support the spine. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Okay, to exit this pose, that's pretty intense. Just come up onto the palms if you're not already there. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, and just draw them towards one another. Okay, I'm going to show you another variation of frog pose, a bit more relaxed. So if you like to lay on your tummy or you like to watch TV in this position, you can kind of get a stretch at the same time. So I'm going to rest one of my forearms in front of the other, laying on the belly here. Start to take the knees wide, bringing the soles of the feet together. So I'm going to touch the bottoms of my feet together. You can even rest your chin down and breathe here. Feel free to play around if you want to take the knees a little bit wider. Maybe you can draw the knee up in line with the hip. And then start to reach the heels or the inner edges of your feet down to the mat. So maybe some of you can touch the toes. Maybe some of you are with your feet way up here, and that's perfectly fine. So it's really important that you find your stretch. Take some deep breaths here. So as you can probably feel from this position, in comparison to the other variation or the true frog pose, this one is a bit more relaxed. And then to exit this one, go ahead and just place the hands underneath the shoulders, extend the legs, and let's press back into a child's pose. Because we've done so much hip opening, you can go ahead and just bring the knees together for a variation of child's pose. Begin to walk the arms out, soften your forehead down, and just surrender. Breathing into your hips, noticing the change. feel free to stay here in child's pose for as long as it serves you. Namaste.